All right, you all got part one to 22 likes and counting, and I really appreciate you all. Celestial rising, divine afternoon, and prosperous night to any mirage watching this mindful message. It's your divine reflection, divine authenticity, and we are back with another observation that's a contradiction. Therefore, if you get upset with this video, go ahead and unsubscribe to my video or my channel because how you feel will not bother me. I'm not here to hate on anybody. I'm not here to throw hate upon anybody's lifestyle because I don't care what you do with your life. I only care when you're lying to other people in their life because we can't control Luciferian with what they're going to do. That's just their programming. But the ones who are sitting here believing it, do you know what you're believing in? That's the thing. In part one, we already discussed about the 18 signs of symbolism, and then we did this part of the gematria. Not only just that, I do have a video as well with a meat writer who ended up saying this. So I have a separate video specifically just for this person right here. And that video also is connected to this video because it basically teaches you how when you expose people's favorite public figure, for example, they get it's like they tuck their nuts and then they just start being submissive to that public figure because somebody's speaking truth on their favorite idol. And then when you do that, they have to sit here and laugh off what they never realized because it doesn't make sense to them. So they got to sit here and put this comment because they think as if getting genetically altered is popping off in life. How is that a flex? How are we supposed to support that? Why are we celebrating genetic tampering? Epigenetic invasion. These beings came into our database and put a virus in it. And Raleigh Money admitted that you can pop off by doing that. So when you make videos like that, that's how you know people who comment this shit, they have no mind of their own. This being has a synthetic mind and they're unawakened and they have a host in their body that's leeching off of what they can't even comprehend. And also, if you are a Freemason or if you support this grown ass woman right here, yeah, right here. The ancient signs of symbolism. If you support this grown-ass woman right here, you are literally in love with these beings right here. The ego and the ego. And the entity that watches your ego. That watched you watch your ego. As you're watching your ego through these two egos. So how big is your ego? God. I thought something was moving. I was gonna say, damn. I ain't even say nothing yet. Y'all don't gotta take form. But anyways. And as we can see, because with these new pictures right here, I just wanted to show y'all how deep the Jesuits get or the Society of Jesus and Jesus. I don't know why I said it like that. And Isis, Horus, and Set. So the daughters of Isis, or you can call them Eastern Stars. So if you, because they got different names for different lodges depending on where you are in your neighborhood or community. But either way it goes, it's a structure that still partakes in all these different meetings. Now, when you enter Freemasonry, you gotta realize too, you're at the first stage of the Entered Apprentice, meaning that you don't really get to meet. And if somebody says, "How do you know this shit?" I already made videos on it. You need to catch up. You're late because I was born into this shit. So learning about this stuff and seeing it and then leaving it, because niggas still people are new to the channel, so we got to catch them up. But the ones who are OGs, y'all been new about that story time and all of that. But by me leaving this, when I seen the beings who, and the thing is, I had conversations with beings who are all up here. Not only just that, I have family members who are in the black mafia, the black nobility, and I think I got family, like deep ancestral family, that's a part of all of this as well. Because if my family is a part of Freemasonry, then by me studying this, all this shit is in my bloodline. So that means that I still have trauma as well that I used to partake in my past life. I got to heal that in this life. So it makes sense on why I walked away from even going to that second level. Because once you go into the second level of Freemasonry, oh, there is no going back to that first door. There is no saying, oh, I quit, I'm done. No, you gotten too deep into this shit. So if you want to become something, if you desire something, tell us. brother. But realistically, they're saying, tell us, sister, because you worship the exact same architecture that we follow. We have a Bible, we got a compass, we got a square, we got a lodge, we got different 90-degree symbolism with our feet and all that, and how you have to walk military style in the lodge and everything. So why don't you just go ahead and follow that as well? And when they're doing that, we can make you become whatever you choose to be, but you owe us, your time. You got to spend time with your brothers. You got to go to cookouts. You got to go to parks. You got to go to meetings. Who wants to do that shit? That's boring as fuck. Offer knowledge. And then when you get up here, this gets so bright, you're not even a human no more. That's why the beings that really are governing our mindset, they are meant to get us to the next level if you really know how to beat them with your mind. But see, our people are so weak, their mind is infatuated and in love with the sum of money. Niggas is so broke, they're making music for money. You're not a musician then. People who are making music without needing to be advanced in the craft or even professional in their craft to get into industries or doors to get themselves heard, you're not really an artist for real because you're doing things for validation. So who are you making music for at this point? You're doing it for them. The ones who are telling us that we should be going against ourselves by listening to the stuff. And people believe the words in the songs to where you're me writing somebody who's lying in their raps. I mean, shit, clones sound just like your favorite musicians and y'all still hear them out because it's the being that you grew up listening to. Parasocial relationships, man. It's a damn shame. Now, with this, we gotta understand too how deep this shit get because these are all just words about families. Realize this too. This stuff, if we think about it, if we are the foundation to everything, all walks of life, if 666 is a constructed base of the modification for the life that we call reality, if we made this algorithm up, because life is just a number system, it's not physical. So we physically think as if numbers are real, but numbers cannot define your spirit. Therefore, you are a spiritual being observing yourself in a number system that has no numbers to systemize what you are enslaved by mentally. That means that mentally, our nature consumes both of these practices that people still worship today. That's why this is legal in all states. They may say it's not legal, but yet people still eat McDonald's. People still eat Burger King, Chick-fil-A, Zaxby's, Raising Cane's, whatever. Wingstop. People are still eating chicken. People are still eating burgers, steak, pork chop, lamb, whatever the fuck. And it can be your favorite animal if you think so, but they don't make movies like Soylent Green for no reason. They don't have Simpsons episodes where they're dumping kids in the meat grinder and then the teachers and the principal are eating the child's body in the form of a burger and they're saying, I wonder what happened to so and so the other day. I wonder where they went. Well, what if they fell into the meat grinder and we're eating their remains right now? There's no way. The same lie that these parasites keep on doing to us because people cannot see the hidden society that's in front of our faces. And they give birth to our faces, and yet we still look at them as physical. That's the lie right there. And then it just trickles down from how deep these are, and that can be fallen angels as well. So I wish people would stop saying that shit. These beings are not fallen. For one, they never ascended either. They were always being here. To me, that means that they are extraterrestrial entities. Not only just that, they are wearing our skin suits. So a lot of people that you think you know on the internet are not really being authentic because why? It'll go against their script. And Freemasonry also does teach numerology or geometry. I don't know how high you have to go, but they practice around numbers and because the Bible is numbers as well. They also have a chapter called Numbers. Not only just that, they have letters and numbers in the goddamn book of sacrifices. So you're basically reading about your sacrifice in the number system. Not only just that, they can teach you gematria, but it should just be common sense if you know yourself. So if you're born into Freemasonry, then why are you not teaching gematria? It's just a simple practice. But if you're afraid to do it, that means that you are not realistically being yourself. Because being yourself means that you can look at your own database. your own script and understand who you're being and what character that you play. We all play a character. We all play a role in this simulation. What role are you practicing? What position are you in? There are many who are consumers and creators. There are thinkers and then there are doers. Honestly, the doers do more than the thinkers. Thinkers think as if they're doing enough, excuse me, but doers continuously do it because they fail at thinking about what they are doing, but they're doing it so well that they're not really thinking about what they're doing. And that's why they will make it in life. The thinkers out there, they want to be like this. They think all goddamn day, but don't do shit with their thoughts besides mimic what we are doing. So what do? They made up this whole entire umbrella of Freemasonry. That's why I simply call it, I call all of this shit here, everything that you see on this chart, Luciferianism. So you can do your own research on all of this shit. This stuff goes over the water. This stuff goes into Babylon, even in Egypt. These things are even Christianity as well. You look at our people. That's exactly why when people say we're Israelites, we're Hebrews. That's why I don't call myself anything. I'm an observation, but if I'm gonna call myself a name, I'm an observation. I'm a quantum witness. I'm not being here for real. I'm simply watching humanity at this point. Don't call me anything that you associate with because it'll make me unconscious just like you. I refuse to follow what Satan's wordplay taught you and your family. Get away from me. Silence tells me that this shit here, this don't come from my world because we don't eat people. We don't really eat anything at all whatsoever. I could simply exist off of drinking water every goddamn day if that was the case. But of course, I had to eat as well. But I ain't gonna lie, like shit like this makes you not want to eat anything at all. It makes you not even want to research any information because it'll all lead up to yourself. So who really ate the apple? And who blamed you for eating the apple when you ate your thoughts? We've been here for so long that our mind consumed itself. We're in a black hole of our mind right now. And people think as if there's a black hole inside of the Milky Way. Bitch, there is no galaxy. You are the universal experience having an experience right now physically. Space is in your mind. So where'd they come from? Yes, sir. Video finished. Oh, my bad, y'all. All right, so that video is finished, and we're going to continue with this. So this will be two videos for YouTube. So yeah, we already had the game. Let's get into it. And it's 3:45. We're feeling good. All right, Latin, English, Lucifer, Lightbringer. Now, I put this because it's really interesting to me. Many people don't use both parts of their brain. That's why they don't have logic. Basically, this meaning that from one, I'm neither right nor wrong. What I see is what I never seen. But I never seen what I'm seeing right now. So what am I seeing right now? Well, what I see right now does not come from me, but it comes from families that we're born into. Welcome to Luciferianism. Are you hip to what you see now? The beings that you see who partake in a deeper rabbit hole of occultism or esotericism to this fraternity right here, they're gonna look just like this. And they're gonna flex as if they did it by themselves. Stop lying to yourself. That's why the people who support influencers or public figures or celebrities or musicians that practice this, they're under their spell. That's why if somebody was to ask me, who is your celebrity crush? I don't have one. Who's your favorite basketball player? I don't have one. Favorite football player? I don't have one. Who's your favorite entertainer? I don't have one. I don't support Luciferianism. Do I play video games? For sure. May I see a highlight of a Luciferian in the NBA, for example? So I do enjoy basketball. So I understand the whole perception of the hypnosis. Once again, I was taught to play the game of basketball. That'll always be in my blood. And it's crazy that this shit runs in our blood to where you have to go against it. To where when I stopped playing basketball, people had to stop getting mad at me. People had to say, you're talented in other areas. I'm still talented at basketball. I don't gotta pick up a ball and I'll still bust your ass because it's not that serious to me. But it's a mind game. Even in 2K, if you're not cheating, I want to see how good you are. That's why I don't be tripping over basketball. It's like I love it so much, it's hard to get mad at my own insanity. That's how insane people are. People are so insane, they believe as if Luciferians exist. You made it up. This symbolism that we're blind to, we chose to be blind to this false light. That's why that sun right there, look at it, the sun as arena lights. I mean, we're under a dome. So if we're under a dome, what is the arenas that you go to when you support NBA players or WNBA players? Look up at those lights and then look up at the sun. What's the difference? When the bright lights come on, what do you see? It's all a spell. It's all witchcraft. But yet, spirituality is witchcraft. Why isn't religion? Why isn't Satanism? Why isn't Christianity? Why isn't demonology? Why isn't the Catholic Church? Why isn't the Vatican? Come on, man. Do you see past the symbolism, or do you not know that your body is a temple of the Holy Spirit within you? Enlightenment equals light in the mind. You could just erase this, but light in the mind. And the thing is, when you understand that the all-seeing eye is you watching yourself through your eyes, you understand that there is no enemy besides you. You are your own biggest enemy because you sit here and you watch people from this point of view. When you're up here, you don't really watch people for real, besides the ones who are doing something for a change. That's why I can't watch videos that don't stimulate my mind. It makes no sense to watch a YouTuber that's lying. I don't know how niggas do this shit. I can't watch a show that has no information about anything. You can't tell me about just anything, for example. Like, I don't want to watch this entertainment unless it's like, for example, SpongeBob, maybe, but I haven't watched that in so long. But Rick and Morty, I can watch that shit every day if I chose to. The Boondocks, I can rewatch that every single day. Naruto, Bleach, Attack on Titan, the Bernie Mac show. What else? Yeah, it's so many shows, but the Blood of Zeus and all those are basically examples, or even Dragon Ball Z, Super. Just watching those, you can just understand that the gateway is basically for you to learn about yourself. That's why I'm mentioning those things. Not just that, adding a little bit of comedy in there too, because it's good to laugh for a change. But laughing and change comes from changing the way you view your thoughts because you're not really laughing at what you see. Realistically, we're so insane, we laugh at pixels, we laugh at pictures that never had a form. They're moving so fast that they're frozen in time. To where we think as if these pictures are moving, but yet those characters never said a word. They're just moving very fast. But yet, that's how slow our mind is. That's why if you slow life down, you never were living in it. You were always watching it just flow. That's why these beings don't fucking exist. And when you meet them, they still won't be real to you. They still won't tell you about the real that they keep lying to you about through the camera lens. To where they gotta throw some symbolism to show you their allegiance to what they follow. So that's exactly why humanity's at the bottom of their mind. So on the dollar bill, what God do you trust? If you trust any label outside of yourself, then that means that you have not freed your mind. That's exactly why we have an occult society controlling your mind. And niggas still follow that high mind, but yet your mind is intelligent. That's artificial intelligence, and people are following that. I basically broke that down in the second part, but it's really not much to break down because if you think about it, this is all just a Masonic hierarchy. That's why when you hear me say Luciferianism in my past videos, look at all these dumbass names, for example. And I guarantee you, you can find our reflection in one of these fraternities or sororities right here. And this is no point of even, I mean, you can do your own research on them, but realistically, all you're going to find is just them worshiping the same exact Luciferian Baphomet image. They don't change shit. They're all worshiping a label outside of themselves. They don't know themselves. And they sold their morals. The three coordinates of Satan's triangle, the pride of life, the desire for approval from the world. So by Vaughn wanting money, because I mean, who doesn't want money, right? But that's the thing right there. Who's saying that? Wanting to be a rapper, wanting to be a musician, who's saying that? Who wants to be that? That's not you. You don't want to be anything. You just do it. And you don't want anything out of it. That's the thing right there. So you can be like, okay, well, Divine, you still monetize your videos for sure. Bills got to get paid. I don't want to be homeless. But do I desire money? No. Will I be lying? Yes. I do want more money for sure. Excuse me, but is it the main focus? No. That's why I can't lie to you. See, I just told you the truth in my lies. Can these beings do that? No, they cannot. They want way more than what they should want more of. I'll be fine with a K, 2Ks, 3Ks. Doesn't really matter. As long as I'm getting paid, we cool. You can be up 500 million. I'll be satisfied with my rent being paid every month for the rest of my life. If I'm satisfied, I'm good. That's exactly why, as I read this Satan's Triangle, it all makes sense on just how just information is just so it's expansion. I mean, you can find so many different just avenues of what you never really realized, where you have to question your desires. So by this being wanting to be validated or even getting on the internet, that's their pride of life, the desire for approval from the world. Understand as well, accountability on my part, because these videos don't got to be public, right? So wanting approval from the world in my eyes is what I used to want. Not saying that I don't want that now, because I'll be lying if I said I didn't. But because I'm receiving it now, it's just like, oh, it's appreciated, right? But you can realize as well too, though, if I was to care about that, I would be satisfied with the views I may get on some videos, like the one that has 4 point some K right now. It's like focusing on that is a desire. It's like, cool, it happened. Move on. Videos from months ago. Damn, that didn't get the views I wanted. I might just go and stop, bro. I'm not gonna get the views I really desire. No. Keep going. That's why wanting views, wanting likes doesn't matter. You just keep going. So there's two sides to the coin. But can your favorite influencer think of their life like that? No, because they need their image to be maintained so that you don't think of them as less than. They have to be the inspiration that you're following so that they can become what you idolize. The lust of the eyes, the desire to have all that the world offers. I mean, when people get whatever they want, do they not flex it? Do they not flaunt it on social media? For sure. I can't sit here and say I haven't as well. And don't forget, and the thing is, that's why I say I can't hate in this video at all. Hate does not consume me. I am not transphobic. I'm not homophobic as well. Not only just that, I love all beings. I don't care what you do with your life. Once again, disclaimer, because people are not caught up with the paradox of my articulation. I'm doing my best to comprehend where you are in your life at this moment. Understand, I done the same thing as well. When I received some things that I never thought I would get, my goal is to not cause you to have pride nor lust in your eyes with what I have obtained. Because the things that I have obtained, I know that it's a dream. So nobody can sit here and say, you're a bum living in your mom's basement, hating on somebody else doing better than you. That line doesn't work anymore. Sorry, I have my own spot. Am I sharing it? For sure. I'm paying my own rent, but my mom, she's great. I don't live with her. I'm not in a basement. I can walk up to my room and be my own shit. I got my own bathroom, got my own kitchen. I'm sharing with my brother and our roommate. I'm good. I'm working so hard to where I don't gotta have a roommate or roommates in my house if I don't want to. But will I have people coming over? For sure. For sure, because I want that higher energy around me. Fucking cats. I want that higher energy guardians. I want that higher energy around me. So it's not to sit here and say, oh, I desire what he, no, don't desire shit. Just know it's a testimony. If I can do it, so can you. But the thing is, though, you never join secret societies to get what you want because you'll never be satisfied with it. I'm at that point to where I done seen all that I have already obtained in my life when I get older, to where there'll be nothing else that I want because it's meaningless. So you can't give me 10 cars and expect me to be happy about it. It's just like, okay, I won't even drive 8 of those cars. I may drive only one car for the rest of that year because what's the point? I can't keep up with all the maintenance. That's more money. That's more insurance. I don't want to do that. And honestly, I may get those cars away. Even houses. I may not even be in every house every month or whatever. If I do, what's the point? Nobody's in that bitch. I might as well go ahead and give it to somebody, right? So it's just like wanting these things in this dimension, it doesn't do anything for us, the ones who are highly ascended. That's exactly why when the things that I desire in this world, I don't sit here and say, man, I want to sit here and just shit on somebody who shit on me when I was, no. I used to think like that for sure, but then when I put my eyes on something, I tell myself, it's transparent. I already attracted that. So when these beings are showing you what you can be attracted to, they're telling you silently, hey, sell your morals to get this times 10. But there are beings like us who say, hey, what you want, you don't have to go that route to go get that. You can go over here, be righteous. It's going to take a long ass time. Yes, it's going to take years without selling your morals. It's going to take years without joining a secret society. It'll take years to say no, to have sleepless nights. It's going to take years, but guess what? That one video will change your life. That one opportunity that you're doing as far as a job or even going to school, doing something for yourself, it'll change your life because you have your eyes set on things that your nature couldn't even see for itself to desire itself in. The lust of the flesh, the desire to do all that the world does. That's why when somebody told me, and they kicked me out of the group chat too on Instagram, I'm so thankful because I was never in that group chat anyway. I ain't like I don't sit on my phone all day just talking in group chats, bro. Like we got work to do. So beings like that. I don't care to be on the internet all day. Do I post every day for sure? But my life, this, and I'll tell y'all my routine as well. When I post my videos, it may be in the AM or maybe in the afternoon. Just depends on how I feel, or at night. When I post it, I'm not just sitting in my room, just scrolling all day, just watching shit. No. I make sure that the video, from one, I attract the videos that you see because they make sense for the thoughts I'm having for today because we all share the same exact algorithm. That's how I'm able to get the views that I get on TikTok, for example, or even Instagram, but TikTok as well, because it fluctuates with what the algorithm is feeling on that particular time or moment. That's exactly why, too, when I attract that, I desire what I'm already thinking about. So it comes to me just like that, out of positive intention. These beings, they will do what the world tells them to do because they can't think for themselves. So when beings tell them to go and do something, they'll do it just for them. But why don't you have a backbone as a man? But if you're born a woman, you can't be a man. So a man would say, for one, I'm going to post when I want. I want to make music because I want to make music, not because somebody expects me to do it or they say, hey, you should make music. I was told to make music and I said, why? What's the point of me even rapping? Well, I wonder how that would sound. Yeah, I'm not doing it for you. That's the thing. I don't desire music. I don't want to hypnotize you through a song, nor do a video. That's why I talk to myself. But these beings, they're talking to you. Now, am I talking to you as well? For sure. But my thing is, though, I'm not going to sit here and guide you to the water and force you to drink it by showing false masculinity. No. Why not be in your submission and show the world what you're doing? You're following the average citizen. You're playing a character and you still aren't even real in your mask that you wear. It's a damn shame, man. All right. That finalizes that. Let's get into it, man. Part two is going to end this off with the gematria, and I'm going to bed because it is 4:01. I got class as well. I got class in like 5 hours. Yeah, I got class like, no, I got class in 6 hours. Damn. Let's get to it. All right, Von Boogie, 104-624-208-104. Ordinal, Sumerian, capitals mixed, capitals added. How did our ancestors know how to calculate the truth in numbers? While they put the language attached to our truth in numbers. How is that possible? A equals 1, B equals 2, C equals 3. Michael Jackson taught you as well. So you can't say gematria is not a real concept when a musician sang about it. And you think that person died? Oath keeper. The oath of, I know it's the oath of silence, but What's that deity called? No, not that. It was some deity. I keep forgetting that deity's name, but it don't matter. But these beings, when they take that vow, that goes many different ways that they're not able to fight against. So when you join secret societies, you gotta, for one, they say it's not even a threat, it's a promise. If you end up exposing the things that you're supposed to keep secret, they will most likely slit your throat. That's why a lot of them who climb through that first door and they keep on going, these are the ones that take that oath because at that point, you're too deep in. And all you gotta do basically, like that's the trick right there. The trick is they don't tell you that they tricked you. They trick you by letting you just come whenever you feel like. They want you to join the meetings, they want you to partake in the activities or whatever that they do, talk to them every single day. It's just very weird. Very zesty activities because why do you want a man's attention every single day? And why do you care to hear back from them every single day? It's like, I get it, but it's like, damn, can a man just have time to himself? But sounds feminine to me. Transagender makes sense because why would inverts tell you about their secret society? That makes no sense. That defeats the whole entire purpose of occultism. Bottoms. I mean, as we can see, she's her or he's the handler for her lifestyle. So it makes sense on why she's gotten to where she is. And that'd be a thing right there too. When you look at these people and you realize why they get so many views, it's because people are blind by the genetic altering. Not only just that, many people can relate to inverts or transgenders, so they watch what they are. So it really makes sense to why transgenders go viral and why biological men and women don't go viral because nobody wants to hear your truth. It sounds boring to liars. People that tell lies to themselves every single day have to follow their lies. That's exactly why they act like bottoms. People act tough on the internet, then when you see them in person, it's a whole different story. Excuse me. God is Jean. As you can see, she can't be herself, but no matter what, her genetic structure tells her that you're always going to be a woman, no matter what you think you don't love. And she has to sit with that in her own thoughts, in her own room, in her own atmosphere. And by her not admitting her truth, that's why she cannot teach you gematria because it'll show you what she was afraid to admit. And if you learn about that, how would you react to it? I'm not even gonna lie, I don't think people would honestly give a fuck because if you're honest, it'll make them probably appreciate you more. That's why I just be like, bro, realistically, the beings like us who are highly conscious, we don't really give a fuck that you're genetically altered. Like we care and we're here for you. But the lie about what you're not, that's so weird. It's like we can respect you more if people knew that you were genetically altered and you told your story. Because if you tell your story, you can help somebody out who's going through the exact same shit that doesn't even know themselves through their own gender. There are some boys out here who don't know that they were born a girl. There are some girls out here who don't know that they were born a boy, for example. Like these beings don't know what they are because they're just taught certain agendas that their families have placed upon them. So it makes it even worse when influencers or public figures are mimicking the exact same shit that the youth is looking up to. History repeats itself. Learn chess. And these niggas still will go to the checkerboard, thinking as if they're playing chess. Excuse me. Dear humans, realize this. These beings are going through all this emasculation and they're keeping oaths. They're doing anything over the oath. That's why they won't tell you about what they're going through. So somebody can be like, well, why don't they just come out and say it? That goes against their oath. They're not supposed to do that. They will get their shit slaughtered or they'll probably get cloned. Sacrifice chief. And that could be anything as well. Sacrificing the chief of command for her consciousness or who she used to be to where and the thing is, Sue, didn't she admit in the video too that if she cuts her hair, Because I remember I used to keep seeing these videos when I was on social media like years ago, and I was just like, bro, who the fuck is this person? Let me see if I can find that shit. Oh, and you scamming people too for money? That's weird. Damn, that video would be going bye-bye too. Somebody just said Rashad Jamal, man, I'm constantly exposing him. Can't make this up. You spiritual leaders are grown-ass women still lying to people. Not only just that, you still scamming people. You just can't stop doing what you're doing. How is it that I'm finding a video 4 years ago and you scamming people? You need money that bad? Hold on.
So, there's been all of these claims that Von Tucat is evil and that he scams people, but all of those claims have absolutely no proof towards it, which is why I didn't really believe it initially. But now we have proof behind it. In the top comment for Von Tucat's videos, he'll usually say, for consultations, you can book me here. And then he'll redirect you to this website called Calendly. I don't know what experience you guys had with this website, but I got scammed from it. To give Vaughn the benefit of the doubt, it could just be the website that scammed me and not him. However, I don't think so. Here is why I think that. I'll pull it up right here. So I paid Vaughn to cut $30 for a consultation.
You're an idiot for
I
that.
got the reminder that I would be in a meeting with him. I got a Google Calendar event saying that I would be in contact with him. And it is November 11th, which is today, and the event hasn't happened. I tried reaching out to him. I tried emailing him, like, hey, Vaughn, like, is there a difficulty with this? Is there, like, some sort of, like, problem? And the thing is, with Calendly, when somebody pays you to have a consultation with them, you should be having their contact added on email. You should be responding to their emails. You should be checking to see if they sent you anything, if
Mm-hmm.
something went wrong. So
Mm-hmm.
even if Calendly scammed me, even if like there was some sort of a link that I was supposed to click in, the fact that he didn't email me, the fact that he didn't try to reach out to me to kind of make sure I wasn't gonna get scammed out of my $30 was it's bad business in general. I think it's bad business. He may not be a scammer, but at the very best, he is a bad businessman. And this is all obviously why I'm making this video because I'm not gonna.
Saving ass. That's all right, bro. I mean, you scam people from 30 for $30. I mean, sacrifice Sheev, WhatsApp, Dark Shadow, Emasculated, Jedi Master. I mean, if you get scammed by an influencer that you look up to because you want to have a meeting with them, if that's not some Anakin Skywalker, Darth Maul type of Sith Lord Jedi mind trick, then there's no way. There's just no way. I mean, what makes you think, what even makes you think that that was gonna go through? Because you gotta be wide awake to this shit. Like, you're a scammer. And I mean, even the girl that you used to kick it with or whoever, she even admitted that you fucked up the whole, like, that whole video was crazy too. I was just like, that's some weird shit. Like, y'all come to Atlanta and just make shit weird around the atmosphere. I never understood that. She is hope. She is hope for the ones that lost hope within themselves. That's why you got to be awake to this shit. Karma Police. And Karma Police comes with part one, now part two as well. Geoengineer. And that can be with anything as well, like geological engineering as well, because even with the state of mind, you got to think about too, the beings who control this whole entire realm, they can alter who you're going to be, what location you'll be placed into, and then every step you take, every word you say, everything that you encounter, every person that you come across is a reason why your DNA has awakened at a certain age. But realistically, see what the mafia has planted into your head. Because all this shit can only be into your head anyways, because entities are giving you the words that your mom and dad has taught you, and the spell has been casted, so on and so forth. But of course, Satanists won't even tell you about the oaths that they keep because all they want is their money or your money anyways. That's exactly why human beings gotta stop giving people the benefit of the doubt just because you look up to them. But don't worry though, evil always gets its karma. That's exactly why eugenicists as well. We already mentioned how many people, because hold on, let me put this in Eugene. Production of offspring through mating, particularly the ability of hybrids to reproduce successfully. Fertility between hybrids. Mm, 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 mm. So even with that, hybrids, because at this point, when you invert the mom to being the dad and you invert the dad to being the mom, at this point, you got one or two choices. Either sacrifice yourself and let your firstborn be biological, or you sacrifice the child and they'll end up lifting up your burdens. That's why she is hidden as Jesuitas. Jesuitas. Just a woman version of the Jesuits. It don't really change shit because I mean all these men as well, even in the what's the not the black nobility, but I forgot that other one. The black pope controls no, it's not he's the Jesuits, huh? We already said that, then we're good. It's another group in the Catholic Church too. That's interesting. It's all good. It's something though. It was another one. But yeah, she's hidden. And I mean, that's how deep this shit go. It's so many names to keep up with. It's just like, bro, why do people do this to themselves, man? Let's keep going. Gender ideology. So ideology meaning that you think as if this is supposed to be a man. That's what you taught yourself. You think as if an agent is supposed to be what you think. That's why you're deceived by a woman because you don't know them. When you know that many of these women are consciously being men in a man's body, you can read them to where when you see men in this today's age, look into their eyes and have a conversation. A lot of times when their voice softens up and it doesn't stay full of testosterone or just full of life or full of masculinity, there's a reason for that. Get rich off evil. I mean, is scamming people for $30, for example, not evil? Is scamming anybody in general not evil? Is doing things for money not evil? Or doing things for money not evil? Is selling your morals for approval, validation, and more money not evil? What is evil? And if that's not evil, is that good? And if good and evil don't exist, why are you doing things for money when you don't know the good that comes out of what you're doing, which is basically committing evil upon your spirit? Feminine woman, self-explanatory. I mean, and shout out to forensics as well, because nostrils align, the portal for the eyes, went to the solar observation, teeth, chin right here. Same thing as well. And if you don't believe that, it's also the gait, also the shoulder alignment with the elbow placement, then the angle right here as well. And not only just that, we can't see the clavicle, but if you see her clavicle, be the same exact thing. So if her clavicle is V shape, that lets you know. Not only just that, if they can't even grow facial hair, I can shave this off right now and it'll grow back within 1 week or 2 weeks because I don't have to take supplements to get myself there. But these people can't relate. Secret agent man. And yes, a lot of agents are in the music industry. That's why a lot of them are rappers or singers or whatever you want to call them. TransUnion, many of them who make videos, who make content, who meet up with other artists or whatever, they're just being in unison with themselves. So that's exactly why many clones, meta-human clones or humanoids will support each other. Many of them will make videos. Many of them will just start saying things and then having these courses or academies of information that you can do within yourself. So it's like, you're giving money to somebody who can sell you what you know for free. And if you knew yourself for free, you wouldn't be giving your money to a Freemason that's also stealing your money for free, basically. Famous woman, meaning of her no, this metahuman clone. And because there is an old video, I don't know where that shit at, but I remember she was like, if she cuts her hair or doesn't grow her hair or something like that, that she admitted that she would be a clone. So exactly why this woman has become famous to some people as well. And of course, according to Raleigh Money, when you're popping off, people are gonna make videos like this. So that lets you know that you admitted that this woman sold her morals and her manhood to show you what you should do as a man. And she's making it seem as if hard work has gotten her to where she is. Bitch, you signed your nature away. You're not slick. We already made a video on Illuminati, but it's interesting how many of these people will say thank you to Illuminati and Vaughn for their spiritual journey whole entire time. You're saying thank you, Luciferians, for getting me to what I thought you knew. Sellouts. You can't win. So many people will say, oh, you're reaching, you're doing this and that. You can never win when you speak your truth. But if you're meat riding, oh, everybody's supporting you, supporting their idol. But when you go against their idol by telling the truth, all of a sudden you're this and you're that and you're name calling. Childish. You basically are a pawn for a puppet. Avoid the contract. Anybody watching this, don't sign those contracts. Let go of your ego. Remember that. Let go of your ego. When you let go of your ego, you don't have to sign your nature away to get money. You don't have to sign your nature away to get heard. You don't have to sign your nature away to get likes or attention. That's very sad and pathetic. Imagine signing that dotted line all because you want people to respect you. Despicable. Broken nobody. When many people who are probably OG supporters of her, she has story times about where she came from, what she had to go through, and all of that. Is that not accurate? Why do you think she was telling you that? It's a part of the script. She scripted out her whole entire life and you made her rich off of what she lied about. Lives at risk. I mean, to even be what she's doing, that's a risk. To even have those videos up of spirituality or consciousness, that's a major risk because you're doing a lot of things that you aren't telling people. It's the reason why people stop making those videos as they get older, as they progress in life for some strange reason. When you progress in life, it's like you start talking less about consciousness and more about things that are just surface level. I wonder why. Better shut your ass up when that money coming in, or else. A time to think. That's all these videos are. All you can do is just think. This video is not truth or fiction. Contradict everything, question everything. I'm not sitting here saying that what she's being is real. I'm not saying that what she's being is false. All I know is though, what I see, shit, alignment seems right to me. Men lie, women lie, but them numbers, they do and they don't tell a lie as well. That's all I'm gonna say. A time to think about that. So just understand if you support this, you are having a blind devotion to a Lucifer deceiver. And it's possible. It's possible. For sure. Anything is possible. Nothing is impossible because if you say as if, well, that's impossible, you're literally saying, I am possible to do the exact same thing that you are placed under. That's all these people are saying. So therefore, this whole chart right here is very possible. And if you can't see that, that shows your blind devotion. So Jumanji is not only meant for her, it's meant for you as well if you aren't conscious to this shit. Did the California fires not happen earlier this year? Everything is a part of the script. Everything is aligning for a reason. Who just commented that? Oh, somebody's asking about the entries, but okay. Humans meet God. Now, the thing is, so that chart with Lucifer and Satan, that's literally you meeting God. And you see the lowercase God, right? For one, God has no capitalized or lowercase letter or word. But by us human beings, we're meeting ourselves, we're meeting our ego. So that's why I said it's ego and ego. And that I, which looks like reptilian or whatever, that literally is your observation. You are the all seeing eye, you are enlightenment mainstream media. So eventually, if this being starts going mainstream, you know why. She's contradicting herself, and many people can't really see the symbolism because it's too bright for them to attract. So they have to mimic it. Miss Universe, and Wonder Woman. Letting you know that many people evolve or involve their whole entire day to watching her. And they think as if she's wonderful for what she has taught her or taught them in the past. And Luciferians do this exact same script or programming step by step, and it's just like clockwork. So when you see all the people who are becoming famous or who already been famous or whatever, or known or popular, look at their come up and what they used to do, what they used to make. Look at how they taught. Look at what they were saying, what they were teaching, and then look at them now. What happened? How are they deceived by themselves? What did they do? She didn't make this video for no reason, or he, I should say, because they also talked to somebody who's a Luciferian as well. I think it's GG33, something like that, who does Gematria also. But when this person made this video, they went in depth with how Vaughn is also just not who she says she is. Letting you know these people aren't doing this shit in Atlanta for no reason. Like, this shit is crazy. But other than that, though, if you just haven't been paying attention, the easiest way to tell that this is a woman in a man's body, transgender. Hold on, let me back out. Okay. Gender ideology, special agent, feminine woman, secret agent man, transunion, famous woman, metahuman clone. Also, let go of your ego when you're watching these videos. Leave your ego at the door. Excuse me. Implants because she got top surgery. Sellout. Let's see. The deceiver, uterus. Excuse me. Scripts, brainwash, and emotional. Money life. So these are the ways that you can tell the symbolism for this grown ass woman right here. But overall, I appreciate you reflections for tuning into this video. And I thank you all for just being a part of this journey. And if you want let's do Ariel DeRoss official. We can do her as well because I have her screenshots. Or we can do Charleston White or Billy Carson. But get this video to 15 to 20 likes and then comment down below if you want me to do, because I want to support it to the side. So wait, let me go to my other documents. Because European is very valid. So we also got to do Kaisenet as well. But if you want me to do this, Billy Carson next, or Charleston White, or Dr. Umar, or Ariel D. Ross official as well, because his, I got his Gematria script in here, or Embodiment Celestial, because this person see my DM as well, which was very crazy. And they didn't even respond. Grown ass woman. And look at this man talking about this shit, and she gets this. Stop hiding yourself. Your life is about to change. Putting an invert in the camera. It's just like, look at you playing in makeup. Like, yeah, it's just crazy. And then I think that should be, but yeah, you can fight for our people every day, but make one post that goes against their black program, and many will do everything they can to discredit you. There are no friends in the conscious movement, just associates who accept you from their level of awareness until you no longer fit in their perception. If you support Von Tucut, you basically support Luciferianism. You support these families, and you also support, you basically support this shit too. This is what you support. You support, like, this shit's disgusting, bro. You just support bisexuality, homosexuality, and pedophilia. Like, you support children getting groomed, and you support a Luciferian transhumanist one world government controlled by AI singularity. And you worship a physical depiction of God, calling it Satan. What a damn shame, man. Like, humanity has gotten to the point to where this shit has become so normal that these types of deities have gave birth to what people call a public figure or influencer. Like these people are ridiculous, man. But I love y'all so much, man. Have a great Nirvana Divine Reflection.